Hi students, this is AKS Krishnan, and in this video I'm going to talk in English, and the content of this video I'm going to give you title as why CA students are great. See, I'll tell you, this is based on so many reasons. I'm just telling this, and I'm going to prove this why CA students are great. For example, if there are 1,000 students joining at entry level, that is CA foundation level after their plus 2 examination, for this professional course, chartered accountancy, only 25% students are going to pass in the foundation level. Maybe in the first attempt we can say it's 25%, and in second attempt the students who fail and again going to pass another 20 to 25%. So let us keep the first attempt students. So out of 1,000 only 25% is going to pass in the first attempt, that is 250 students. If these 250 students going for inter, and if they are going to give both the groups, 10 to 15 percentage will be the results. And if they are going to give only one group separately, the results will be up to 20 to 25 percentage. And so if you keep say 20 percentage in the higher side average, that people will clear inter in the first attempt, either both groups or one group to join for articles kind of. So out of this 250 students, approx 40 students will clear their inter, and out of this 40, after articleship when they are going for CA final, only 15 to 20 percentage, maximum 20 percentage, 15 percentage only will clear CA final, maybe in the first attempt. What I'm trying to say, first attempt is like 15 percentage in first attempt itself is very rare, but let us keep at 15 percentage. Okay, so out of this 40 students, okay, just what I can say, 15 percentage is somewhere around 6-7 students, so not more than that. So out of 1,000 students who completed CA at the end of 5 years down the line, is going to be somewhere around 6 or 7. If we even increase, say double the results, maybe after 2 attempts or 3 attempts, can be maybe 7 into 3, that is 21. Now this is going to be the reason, the first reason which I am saying that no, CA is one of the toughest subjects, like no toughest course, and CA students are great because it's only 21 who is going to become CA, or maximum 25 or 30 maximum. That's maximum after so many attempts also I'm saying, become CA out of thousands. You can see lakhs and lakhs of enrollments year after year after year, but the total number of CAs till date not crossed more than 3 lakh 40,000 in the country. So since 1949 ICI is there, but total number of members not crossed 3 lakh 40,000 till date. That means see, year after year you can see 1 lakh or 50,000, 60,000, 70,000 enrollments, more than 50,000 enrollments. But the number of students who is going to become chartered accountants is not more than, like no, for every 1,000 not more than 20 25 maximum. So in the first attempt if you see, it will be hardly 6 or 7. So out of 1,000 only 6 is going to clear in the first attempt. That's what our calculations say. So just imagine about the students who failed. Just imagine what the relatives will say, what the parents will say, what the friends will say. Okay, leave the friends, they won't say anything. But relatives, there is no university, there is no college, there is no proper guidance. This course is entirely a secret course. No one know about this course other than a chartered accountant. But chartered accountant himself don't know the what is changing in this course. Maybe like once a person becomes chartered accountant and is not in teaching line or something like that, he also don't know the procedures of CA. And most of the time no one picks up the call when we call to the ICA helpline center or SSP. Many times the reply will be like after so many days. Many times if you order the books, it will come maybe like after so many days, maybe like 25, 30 days. You cannot directly go and get the book from your nearby ICA centers. By the time the class would have started in a private institutions, most of the things are hidden here. Somebody has to light the torch. Okay, people, if they are little financially able person, they can get that possibly through a private institutions. But people who are lower middle class or poor, they are not just failing because they are not studying properly. They are failing because there is no guidance for them. Previously we used to have lot of regional officers working properly, but today the regional officers are just a building. There is no people there to respond. It's very hard when people didn't get information, but they are doing that course. In this entire country, people talk about engineering, people talk about doctor, people talk about lawyers, but one of the greatest profession, chartered accountancy, no one is going to talk about that in any news or anything like that. There are full politics going around towards NEET. So NEET is always in limelight. That is doctor's course. Counseling for universities for BE, it's always been in limelight. But do they even talk about chartered accountancy course? No one is aware of this course till their 15 years of age. 90% of the students who join this chartered accountancy course, they have decided or they know about this course by the age of 15 or 16. Because I too joined at the age of 15 only. I know this course. That is during my 10th standard half yearly examination. So what should be done to enrich the knowledge of the people of this country? Because we are going to do a course which no one aware of, and people will ask you which college you are doing, why you are going to office at the young age. Are you financially, your family is in financial need, why you are working for this peanuts of 5,000 rupees. I will pay you 8,000 rupees to the tea boys, like no office peon, 10,000 rupees for the car driver. Why can't you come and work with me? Kind of questions you may be facing. There is no guidance, and the books which is given to you for your CA final, say 2 years before or 2.5 years before, is of no use when you go and write the examination. One of the hardest part. Previously, hard copies used to come as RTPs to our home, like 10 years before when I used to write the examination. I don't think so, it's happening now. Yes, amendments used to come, obviously, yes. But how, see, this is what a CS life is. And making the question paper tough is okay, but they know very well that no one can write for more than 90 marks in this paper. Setting that kind of question paper, I don't know what to tell. Out of syllabus paper, out of syllabus questions came in CA foundation examination, out of syllabus. And you can't get the question paper also from them, right? Can't get the question paper for MCQ. So we cannot prove anything that whether it is out of syllabus or not. But if one student says yes, it is possible that Nothing happened like that. But hundreds and thousands of students are crying that it is out of syllabus. Then there should be some clarification, but there is no clarification. And CA students in foundation level failed mostly because of mathematics, even though they have aggregate of say 200 plus. 200 is the minimum mark. Say people are having 200, 215, 216, but they failed in 2 marks in this mathematics paper. So that is the biggest problem. They got no flunked. And the depression and frustration what the CA students is going through, no students in entire country is going through. Even we can say the people who are studying for doctor NEET, they are not going through this level of stress, because for them the stress is only at the entry level. For you people the stress is in the 3 levels also: foundation, inter and final. And the people who cleared inter and start their articles, their stress level is multiplied by n number of times. It is given in the prospectus that the articleship timing is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. I bet, openly I challenge, no office in this country is keeping the timings. It's 10 a.m. maybe the starting, but never the 5 p.m. is followed. Never, ever. Maybe since 1949. Only in paper it is there. 35 hours per week is the average working time for a CA student. And they are your principal and you are their student. This is the thing. But I don't think the principal is teaching any subjects. Principal is giving you work for which you get trained. But actually the principal should teach. That's why it's called principal. Because I I went to office where I did articles. It's only because of them I am a CA today. There are some retired partners, like no, they will be in the age of retirement. They used to teach me, but not regularly. They used to weekly 1 or 2 hours. They will tell some points in accounting, because my partners, they were in accountancy board. They were standards board, accounting standard board. They were, so they used to tell like no, why they formulated like that. I don't know how many partners in your office know Ind AS, IFRS thoroughly to teach you. If you can ask doubt, if they can able to clear the doubts. SFM especially, SEMPE especially. And okay, if they are not teaching, it's okay, because it's not possible for all chartered accountants who's in practice to keep themselves updated every year. Okay. But are they allowing you the timings to go for classes? I don't think so. And nowadays it's work from home, and people are working for more than 12 hours. And this income tax site, one of the worst site ever, last 4 months, it's killing our time. Simple registering in the site itself will take time. And nowadays the income tax form, I'm saying it's very hard to fill that form itself nowadays. So all these responsibilities which a CA student is taking is burdening him so much. In ACCA, that is UK based CA, the articleship starts after completing the examinations. But in CA, the articleship starts in the inter level itself. Maybe like if the course is designed like, imagine after 1 year of articles, you can write your examination of CA final, and you can again join articles and complete another 2 years of articles. Maybe it will take another 6 months or 7 months extra for you to complete your course. But at least so many people can become chartered accountants. I tell you, there are many complaints against chartered accountants that they are writing accounts in such a way that the client is going to pay lesser tax. They are helping in tax evasion. It's there in the society. You are writing fake accounts, kind of. That complaint is there. Answer for that question. Take it from me. See, out of 100 businessmen, how many businessmen are coming to auditors to file their accounts or to file their taxes? Hardly 40, 50, 60. Another bunch of people, for example, Chatwala, he earns per day 4 to 5,000 rupees profit. Profit, I'm telling you. The chat shops. There are so many chat shops which never showing any accounts to anyone. That roadside chat shops, roadsides, hotels, kind of. Who files all this? So out of 100, only 40, 50, 60 people coming to the audit side. So at least for these people, we are fighting for the government to pay tax, because the businessman, if we put a calculation, he will reduce up to 50% from the calculation, as if he is going to pay us. He will reduce. He will argue, why should I pay government? This is an open secret, right? But no one talks about this. No one talks about it. They feel it's ethical not to talk about this, but this is the reality. If we put this is the tax amount, he will say divided by 2, that is what I'm going to pay. We will argue with our clients, no, it's not right. He will argue with me, sir, if you are saying that I'm going to pay this much amount, will you give me assurance in stamp paper that I'm not going to pay even 1 rupee extra? The assessing officer don't demand anything extra. I don't have any answer for that question. I will say, no sir, I don't know. If the assessing officer do something like, then we have to protect you from the no computation. The assessing officer, they will say, you go to appeal, I will put this demand. It's then the businessman started no feeling bad, because the assessing officer in India has some targets, it seems. Target of collection. I don't know why they are targeting even a person who pay taxes properly. But yes, the CA student is involved in all this practical matters. He learns, yes, he learns. But in this learning, he may so much time fail in examinations. So a kid of say 19, 20 years of age is getting so much of responsibility to run an office. He has to meet his clients and he has to behave so much matured, and he has to study somewhere around 15,000 pages. People say it's 2.5 years you have time to complete this 15,000 pages. But is it possible that you are studying from day one of your articles? No. At least you can study only for 9 to 1.5 years, 9 months to 1.5 years. That's what the time is, that too every day 2 hours maximum. So this is the reason I'm telling CA is the toughest course and CA students are great. CA students who did active articleship can't even be compared with the students who put dummy. There is a biggest racket going in this country for dummy articles. The article assessment test is of no use, totally, to differentiate the dummy with the active person. I know there are so many students in Andhra, they are not going for active articleship. I know there are institutions in Andhra where they are conducting classes for 9 months from morning to evening, say 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. During the articleship period, students used to attend those classes for 9 months, and they will come out with a so-called prefix called CA. And here in Chennai, people are slogging in the office. And can we even compare this people with that people? I'm not talking the entire Andhra. I'm not talking about the entire Tamil Nadu. I'm not comparing this two. I'm talking about, because I don't know people who are giving dummy in Chennai. I don't know anyone. But in Andhra, when I went for a class, there is a list the students are having that they are giving dummy articles. There is a tie-up between the articleship firm and this institutions. It's an open secret, man. It's an open secret that people know this, but they won't. No one will talk. See, because of this, I may have some threat of my membership itself. But after seeing all this nonsense happening in this country, keeping quiet is kindling, means like I'm getting irritated. That's the reason I'm talking this. What is the use of comparing these two kids? One has no idea how he became CA, only just theorish, bookish knowledge. And thank God to examination committee, they are now setting the question papers very practically. Very practically. Now I have seen the question papers, very practical questions are coming. But still, there are papers where you cannot ask practical questions because people are not exposed to that even when they go for articles for SFM and SAMPE and FR. These three subjects, I don't think. FR to some extent, accounting standards, yes, they have the practical exposure, but other things are only theoretically problematics. And you can DT, IDT, auditing, law, these four papers, they can have practical questions and even the elective papers. At least they removed ISCA. I should be very thankful to ICI. They removed ISCA. Of no use to your ICI in ITT, advanced ITT. They should introduce this artificial intelligence course, data analytics. That is done, then we'll be grateful to them. Uh, Digital accounting kind of. So the campus placements also should be increased to a greater extent, and articleship regulation should be very strict, both from the student's angle, also from the firm's angle. That student should not be allowed to work more than 45 hours. 35 hours is the standard. Maybe 10 hours extra if you put also. Hours is so high. Maybe like 5 hours, 40 hours a week. So any regulations or any monitoring mechanism, if you have a kid, if the kid fails after studying so much, how pathetic it is. It creates a depression mode in the students' angle. People are taking medicines, frustration, depressions. People are taking medicines. Psycho ஆயிடுறாங்க. People are becoming psychologically affected so much. That's the reason I'm telling CA students are great, because they are coming out. They are coming out of all this nonsense stress so much. Lastly, I want to wind up this. See, equally, all other professions are great, but those people, maybe at the entry level it is difficult. Maybe need at the entry level it's difficult, but not in the 4 years. But CA entry level is also difficult. The next level is also difficult to difficult. The third level is CA final, which is difficult to the n square. That is the reason, much more than other profession, CA students are great. Thank you so much.